19. The night I overheard my stepbrother say my name in a way I never imagined Lillian God. His voice was low, rough, and full of something I didn't understand. It was 3 a.m. and the house was deathly quiet. I had only gotten up to grab a glass of water, but I froze mid-step when I heard it. My name, Killian, had come home for a short visit. He rarely stayed with us, preferring his own home across town since my dad married his mom 3 years ago. I'd only seen him twice. I remembered the first time I saw him like it was yesterday. He was tall, broad-shouldered, haired, and impossibly handsome. He gave off this air of power and control that made it impossible to look away, but that was all he had ever been to me, distant. He never acknowledged me, never smiled, and barely spoke to anyone unless necessary. To him, I was invisible. And yet last night I heard my name on his lips. I knew I should have turned around and gone back to bed, but something in his voice so raw, so desperate, made my feet move closer. The bathroom door was slightly ajar, and the light spilled out in a soft glow. I peeked through the gap and saw what I saw took my breath away. There he was, Killian. He was standing in front of the sink, shirtless, his muscles tense. His hand gripped the edge of the counter while his other moved lower. His head was tilted back slightly and his jaw was tight like he was trying to hold something in, and then he whispered it again. Liana. I froze, my heart racing. My cheeks burned, but I couldn't look away. A part of me hated myself for staying, but another part was mesmerized. Then I accidentally made a sound. His head snapped toward the door and our eyes met for a split second of gaze. His gaze was dark, intense, and unreadable. But then the moment shattered. Get out! He barked, slamming the door shut. The sound startled me out of my daze, and I stumbled back, my heart pounding in my chest. I ran down the hallway back to the safety of my room and shut the door behind me. I collapsed onto my bed, my mind spinning, mortified. I should have been mortified. I should have felt ashamed, but instead, all I could think about was the way he said my name. The next morning, I tried to stay away from him. I stayed in my room, holding my breath every time I heard footsteps in the hall. I waited until our parents left before sneaking to the kitchen, but he was already there, waiting. He didn't say anything first. He just watched me, his piercing gaze making my skin prickle. Finally, he spoke. You were there last night, weren't you? His voice was low, almost a growl. I froze, clutching the hem of my shirt. I didn't mean to, but I did. He stepped closer, his tall frame towering over me. How long were you standing there, Liana? Long enough to hear everything I wasn't trying to what? Get caught? His lips curled into a smirk, but his eyes were burning with something dangerous. I took a step back, but the cold surface of the fridge stopped me. He moved closer, his hand bracing against the fridge beside my head. You liked it, didn't you? He murmured, his voice dropping to a whisper. Hearing me say your name like that, my breath hitched. Killian, please, I whispered, though I didn't even know what I was begging for. For a moment, his eyes softened, and I thought he might step back, but instead, he leaned in closer, his breath warm against my ear. I should walk away, he said, his tone low and dangerous. But every part of me wants to ruin you. Then, just as he had cornered me, he stepped back. His gaze lingered on me for a moment, dark and unreadable. You better forget this ever happened, he said coldly, before turning and leaving the kitchen. I sank to the floor, my heart racing and my mind spinning. What had just happened? I couldn't get his voice out of my head, the way his words had made my skin burn. I hated myself for the way I reacted, for the way my body had betrayed me, but no matter how hard I tried,